Hey everybody, it's Julie. Thanks for joining me here for some Bible journaling. I am using the Such a Time as This kit, and here I'm going to do a Bible journaling page in my interleaved Bible. And it's going to be a super simple page. So I'm in the book of Esther, in the 4th book, in verse 14, and this is the key verse for the devotional about Esther. I'm starting off using some of the Faithfilled Digitals and the physical kit, but of course I've got to add some splatter paint. So I start that off because I don't want to get that all over the printouts. I'm using an inkjet printer, so if it gets wet, that ink will run. So I use the black splatter paint, and now I'm using the pomegranate and the, I think it's the Tango mango Inkpads to pick up some of that ink with a wet paintbrush and then splatter it. I did dry that in between. Now, all of a sudden, I have this design on my page. I have cut that out because I did not like it, and I'm going to end up actually covering it up. So I wanted to show you, what do you do if you have started something and you just really don't feel it? So you cover it up. So there are a couple of options. You could cover it up with washi tape, or get some pretty patterned paper, or cover it up with paint. So this patterned paper is the backing of the devotional. I printed it out from the digital devotional, but you could also, if you have the physical kit, just run that through your copy, or just make a color copy of it, and that will work. And it's just so pretty. The patterns and colors of this kit, this collection, are gorgeous. They speak my language. So I'm going to use this to cover up what I did not like on my page there. And then we're going to start over. So I trimmed this paper down to where I want it. I just want it to cover up the design that I made, and I'm using my corner punches to round off those edges, gives it a more finished look. And then I'm using that ink pad, just scraping it along the edge, and again that gives it a finished look. It also adds some contrast between the white paper and the background, the cream color of the Bible page. Now I'm going to take this pretty orange washi tape and place it down at the bottom of my page and the top. It's going to kind of frame the page, give the top and a bottom border. So I trimmed that off, and then I'm going to do it again. You see me here using just a straight edge. It's a little metal ruler. If you press that against the edge, hold it down, and then tear the washi tape, you get a very nice clean edge. Now, where the page is rounded, I am going to trim that with my scissors. Use my double-sided adhesive, my tape runner is what that is, and apply this. I've printed this on copy paper, so it's not going to add a whole lot of bulk. And then this digital journaling card from the Faithfilled Digitals is printed on cardstock. And then I cut out those pretty floral patterns. On this card, I'm going to stamp my title, and all it's going to say is "For Such a Time as This." Art box. I did do some stamp surgery and cut between the "such" and "a time" so that on my bullet journal page I could spread them out. I'm sorry, I kept yawning there. It is late tonight as I'm doing this voiceover. So I used the couple of the Wordfetti stickers for Such a Time as This, and then I'm keeping this page fairly monochromatic with the orange as my base color, and I do throw in a few of these little the sage, the waterfall blue color, which is the ink pad that matches. I throw in a little of those accents there just to bring it all together. I'm going to use that label and then anchor it with some of the washi tape. And I'm going to take, now, this is a calligraph marker from Archer and Olive, and it's a dual-sided, dual tip, and I love this collection. I'm using the retro orange color. I do have a link in the description box, and there is a discount code for 10% off if you want to try those. I use that color to highlight the words "such a time," but I did notice that I missed the crossbar on the T, so I'll have to go back and fix that. I'm going to outline my elements with my black pen, and this is just my Sharpie fine liner, which is really probably my favorite fine liner pen. I use them all the time. I get them by the boxes and use them all the time. Okay, so I'm taking that edge of the card and brushed it along the Waterfall blue, just like I had done with the paper. And now I'm going to stamp my date onto the label. And I missed an edge, so let me fix that. So this devotional is so powerful. The story of Esther is so powerful. It's about how God uses a young woman, and she's in some situations that she just chose not to be in, would have preferred not to be in. But God uses her to actually save his people, to save her people. And she was hesitant, she was resistant, she didn't realize that she was called to do that. It doesn't matter what we are facing, but every situation can glorify God. And that's the message from this story. There's so much more that can be taken from it too, but that was the message I got here, is that in all of my mundane tasks of life, or in the big tasks of life, I need to realize that God's called me here for a specific purpose, to further his kingdom, for kingdom growth. And it's all a chance to glorify him. You see, I put a tab up at the top, one of these sticker tabs, and then I made a little bow with some ribbon. And now I'm going to do some journaling underneath this card. That's why I put the washi tape just up at the top so it can flip up. And I used a pencil to mark the edges so I don't go beyond the edges, although I end up doing that. And I just use a white gel pen to erase it. What I say is, Lord, just as you called Esther to a specific purpose and mission, you have also planned something for me. It may be big or small, but it is all for your glory. Help me to always trust your plan. May I consider each opportunity and each task as opportunities to further your work and to glorify you. Thank you for always guiding me and equipping me for your calling. So that is pretty much my page. I do end up putting a little bit of washi tape underneath the card, just so it sticks down and holds in place. But since it's washi tape, you can lift it up and put it back down. It's a temporary adhesive. So there's my page. I will have some still shots coming up. If you have any comments or questions about this process or these products, then leave them in the comment section. I'll have all those products linked that I've used, so I invite you to check those out, as well as all the projects and other videos that the gals on the design team have been putting out and will continue to for the rest of this month. It is a great kit and a great study, and I hope you can join along. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. God bless. Bye-bye.